Street absolutely killed everyone, every retail trader on the planet. NVIDIA post earnings. You're looking at 11:21. High volume, crazy session. 145.75 was a previous close, and they opened us super, super high, right? They open us literally $4 higher. And then in the first minute or two, literally in the first 2 minutes, they push it up 3 strikes. So immediately, if you bought puts for earnings, you were so excited when they reported because it was like down 4%. They absolutely kill you. You probably exit because you're like, oh my gosh, just get out with like minus 50% or whatever. Before they just nuke it. I mean, you're going from 9:32 to 9:40. That is 8 minutes. And you were going, let's count the strikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is Wall Street. That is the algos in total control, absolutely crushing everyone. The open is always going to be volatile, even more so post earnings. You get a nice little spike up at 9:51 before this thing comes super low. This is the interesting thing with NVIDIA. First time testing the red, this is going to be $5 down from whatever the opening price is. You get a bounce, okay? If you're a gangster, this was an awesome time to take puts. You get a bounce, take puts, amazing. But here, just in the first hour, right? You get down all the way to 141. It's like 8 strikes down, 9 strikes down, something like that. Start coming out of it. The bulls are coming in, and this is an awesome trade. The max loss was 9.72% because this thing flies almost up to the blue line and then back down. So trading this like using rigged, you got to be crazy to do this open, right? We view it as super bearish because why? It's just going down. It's nuking. First attempt, breaking the yellow, it bounces. Second attempt, goes right through it, comes to the red, bounces, comes back to the yellow, down into the red. Then we get perfect tags here. Bang. Bulls coming in, make a ton of money. And if you were a gangster, you could have taken this trade right here. This is not a bad trade. Max loss is nothing. Goes up 70% before going essentially to 0. Perfect tags, almost perfect mean reversion. Just got to know when you get into the red, and this is changing probably in the next video that you watch. Hopefully you subscribe, come back. This is going to say extreme bear risk, bull swing zone. And that's exactly what happened. Once you get down into the red, if you don't keep pushing, it's gonna fly back. And that's exactly what happened. So this is Thursday, post earnings. Friday, if you're trading this, okay, you're like, oh my gosh, we almost got back to the blue line. We opened higher on the day. You're like thinking, right here, I'm buying calls for Friday. I'm going to absolutely crush it. And this is what they do. Previous close, open a little bit lower. You basically go right up to it. You flirt with hitting 147. And then they nuke this thing. So you get a bounce a little bit before that third strike. Puts right here. I mean, that's like awesome killer trade. But more so, importantly, first attempt to break 3 strike rule. It doesn't, but because 1030 check, we're super bearish. Why? Because we're down 3.15. Volume's 146%. We basically expect to go into the red. We want to trade bears on a bounce. And this is a perfect trade. There is no drawdown. You're going 189% or 116 buying and holding. Now we would have basically expected this thing to go deep into the red. But like on Fridays, sometimes Wall Street is in so much control that they're able to do this, right? So like one of the most popular stocks in the entire universe, and they keep this thing pinned at 142. It is just pinned here, not even ping-ponging. It's just sitting at 142. The only thing to think about when you see this is just like, hey, we are low. It's not going higher. It's probably going to go lower, and you would like to try a swing in the red. Now, we took a trade here because this was beautiful, right? You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bull bombs, all right here for the 142 call. And we're sitting in this thing, and it's right here, and it's like, we're going to explode, go back to the blue line. Absolutely did not happen. I got like 40, 50% out of it, something like that. But they just kept this thing pinned. Wall Street was in total control, and that's what they did after earnings. Now, Monday, who knows what will happen? But at the end of the day, if you follow the rigged system of, hey, CTE, check. We are down 3 strikes. Volume's 145%. That is bearish. We're looking to trade bears on a bounce, on a swing. Absolutely perfect trade. And, this down here, this is a perfect trade as well because it looks like it's going to go break the red, break 141. It doesn't. And sometimes, 60% of the time, without probability, this is just ripped, right? You've just gotten 100% plus. Didn't happen this time, but you didn't lose money. It went up and then came back. Take your money and run. NVIDIA. We'll see what happens next week, but that's the recap post earnings. And always when there's a major catalyst, major event, you're going to see option volume 154%. Options are in control. Wall Street is in control, and they decided we're going to keep this thing pinned.